uh, Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yeah, I hope this morning finds you all well. I'm just returning from my place of employment, my figurative plantation. I finally referred to as Candyland. And I was just thinking, I had this thought while I was still at work. Because I think I was scrolling on YouTube to see what was going on YouTube, and I thought about it, and I said, well, you know, like times like this in the morning, because he had a schedule. Mr. Charleston, he had a schedule uh, on YouTube. He'd come on early in the morning, in the midday, and also in the evening time. Uh, and it's like, well, my thoughts was, sucks. Now when I come on YouTube, I'm sure there's creators and things like that, and I'm sure that and some of them are entertaining, but they're quite not. The Charleston White channel had a certain level of entertainment that is, in my mind, attempted to be duplicated, but not quite matched in the same way that his channel kicked. Uh, there are millions, many millions of people that are on YouTube, uh, and they have all types of content they wish they put out. Some people are fortunate enough to get monetized. Charleston White, once upon a time, was fortunate enough to get monetized. Uh, and I understand, how they have community standards per se. But you also have to think about such a thing in economics known as supply and demand. Now, if you have a channel, his channel before YouTube deleted it was pretty much just touched around, well, near 250,000. Uh, now, I understand community standards. I understand how the modern individual. Maybe I don't know whether I don't know too many people in the Generation X bracket or and in my age bracket, but I know a lot of these young kids. When they took away the spanking, and not to say for better or for worse, spanking is gone, um, and it's pretty much scolding per se, and then in the way you can't really particularly scold, use certain words, I guess, with certain people or certain children or what have you. And I mean that's fair. So, when you say you got to, community standards are there in order to protect those who might be weak or be ultra sensitive to certain things that are being said, because some people are known to even take their lives in the name of being cyberbullied. But anybody who was on Charleston's channel, well, should have anybody who was on Charleston's channel for any amount of time should have known that channel was for adults. It was shock jock comedy. Um, and for the most part, it was multiple topics and talked about multiple types of people. And I guess that's part of it too, because you think about I remember certain times with some of the top tier YouTubers. I guess you could say like a DJ Vlad or someone of that nature. Uh, Charleston might say something about them, or you know something that they might have done, and if it got too heated up, then seems as if YouTube had not only the Google Ads partnership that was available to some creators, they also had some type of I'll say nefarious partnership, to whereas if there was a YouTube creator that somehow threatened uh, their viewership, they had some kind of way in which YouTube allowed them to no, I shouldn't say YouTube allowed them. YouTube punished other creators in the name of that particular creator that just happened to be, um, and attacked is a strong word, you know. that had their feet held to the fire per se. So I'm just here to say, man, and I didn't really want to. I really just came on here in the name of uh messing with the algorithm, because that's another thing in which YouTube has a very powerful tool. Because YouTube knows what you watch. They know the things that you care for, and that works in two ways. And one way, when you log on to YouTube, certain things in which may appeal to your eye come down your news feed. But in another, from a creator standpoint, that is creating the type of content in which that person has a certain desire for, YouTube could easily draw the viewers to you. But in some cases, in a lot of cases, in my case, I believe, YouTube draws people away. It takes people away from it. Now, this particular video, I'm gonna probably put this video up, and I think my magic number has been 8 in some cases. I'll have like 8 views out of millions and millions and millions of people. I'm talking about a popular topic. Now, once upon a time, if you put Charles White in your title, you guaranteed the pop. Matter of fact, in some cases, YouTube was being beneficial enough to where people were taking this content and they were utilizing it and making money off of it. Now, that worked pretty well until someone who was actually associated with the brand, like myself, I moderate and all that type of stuff, and work with certain fan clubs, and I talked to my guy. I can't say that I'm tight like a dewberry, or tight like a shoot. I'm not on a level where I do day-to-day business with my nigga. But y'all know, y'all hear the man say Mr. Nigga, and my original name from my earlier days of being on the internet was Flavius Niger. So it's easy, and then that in itself was also play on the word nigga, because the word nigga, it's they say that it's a slander that was created by the white male, but it by white people, but it really isn't. You think about it, in a lot of ways, a lot of language is not necessarily created by the European. The language of English in itself is filled with lots of different types of languages, root words, and etymological origins. But I'm getting off topic. But really, I just came on here to say, man, YouTube, y'all done failed the fuck off, man. I'm off work. I'm about to go up here and fix my breakfast. Normally at this time of the day, my nigga will be on here talking shit, or talking about whatever topic you want to talk about, and I can have that shit going while I go about start my day. Well, really, right now I'm ending my day because I just worked 12 hours. But yeah, and another fact, and I say this a lot of times. I'm gonna say this while I'm on here. I don't get why. Even if you delete a creator's channel, even if you shut down a creator's channel, why that creator doesn't have access to their content? Why? Okay, he put up a video that you didn't like, and you decided to shut down his channel. Why is it that he can't have? Why is it that his channel cannot be privatized, where can't nobody see it but him, and he go on there and download all this stuff off there? Because it is lots and lots of classic content that YouTube tends to take from creators in the name of community standard policing. That's all I got. I just came on YouTube because YouTube is not gonna pay me. Evidently, YouTube ain't gonna let me pop. I got permission to monetize content. Licenses to monetize content by Mr. Charleston White. Now it's all right. Like if people get a movie or a sitcom or what else, some music or whatever, and then they're allowed to put it up and monetize their channel or monetize it. But if I say that, okay, I have rights to use this content, you still want to have me strictly stuck to ownership. And the reason for that is because there was something phenomenal about Charleston White, that his content was jackpot gold. You get views off of it. And that's, I guess, in a way, that was just too much for the YouTube platform. You know, hell, we can't have just anybody making money. We got to pick and choose who makes the money on our platform. So with that being said, man, fuck y'all YouTube as always. I'm on here until y'all put me the fuck off, I guess, or I get tired of you. And like I say, y'all really kind of fell off. I don't want to. The shit I used to listen to before I started watching Charles, that shit don't even pop no more the same way. It don't even hit the same way no more. Y'all have a great day, man. Keep hope alive and hope springs eternal. At this point, Mr. Charles don't give a fuck about YouTube because, like I said, they won't let him live. Even without the monetization, he was able to work his way off the YouTube, off of social media, into something even more bigger than I guess he could expect. And that's a good thing. So, nigga nation or nothing. Peace and love to you. Oh, they don't never let